Imagine, if you will, the Roman Empire at its zenith, a vast, sprawling entity, a beacon of culture, power, and civilization. Its borders stretching from the sun-drenched sands of Africa to the icy realms of Britannia, from the jeweled cities of the east to the untamed wilderness of the west. A vast melting pot of cultures and peoples, all under the banner of the mighty eagle. Colossal architectural marvels stood as testimony to Rome's unrivaled prowess, its roads and aqueducts a testament to the empire's ingenuity. Roman law, language, and lifestyle permeated the known world, shaping the course of human history. The grandeur of Rome was not merely in its physical expanse, but in its spirit, a spirit of ambition, of innovation, of resilience. But as we know, even the mightiest empires can crumble, and Rome was no exception. Corruption gnawed at the heart of Rome, its leaders ineffective and its social fabric fraying. Rome, an empire once admired for its astute governance, was now a cesspool of political corruption. The once revered Senate turned into a den of self-serving politicians, their greed and thirst for power overshadowing the needs of the empire. Leadership, the backbone of any successful society, was now ineffective, characterized by a series of short-lived emperors, most meeting untimely ends at the hands of those closest to them. The lack of stability at the helm led to inconsistent policies, further exacerbating the empire's problems. The social fabric of Rome, too, was fraying. The divide between the rich patricians and the struggling plebeians grew wider, causing unrest and discontent. Lavish lifestyles and decadent parties became the norm, while the common man struggled for basic necessities. With the pillars of society crumbling, Rome was ripe for downfall. Rome's economy, once the envy of the world, began to falter. The decline was not sudden, but rather a gradual descent into economic instability. At the heart of this decline were several key factors. Firstly, the empire was burdened by heavy taxation. As the complexity of the empire grew, so too did the cost of its administration and defense. To fund these expenses, citizens were levied with crippling taxes, stifling economic growth and leading to widespread discontent. Inflation was another thorn in Rome's side. As the empire's coffers dwindled, Rome resorted to reducing the silver content in their coins. This devaluation of currency caused rampant inflation, destabilizing the economy further. Lastly, resource mismanagement played a significant role. The empire's vast lands were not utilized effectively. Farms were abandoned and food production slowed, leading to shortages and soaring prices. And so, the once prosperous empire found its coffers empty. The economic challenges Rome faced were a significant contributing factor to its eventual downfall. Rome, a military powerhouse, found itself stretched thin, its defenses weakening. Picture this, an empire, once feared and revered for its military might, now struggling to sustain its vast armies. The coffers, drained by incessant warfare and the grandeur of Rome, could hardly keep up with the demands of a standing army. The legionnaires, once the empire's pride, were spread thin across its sprawling borders. As internal strife consumed Rome's attention, external threats loomed large. The barbarians, once kept at bay, now threatened the empire's frontier. Invaders from the east, the west, the north, and the south saw Rome's vulnerability and seized their chance. The once invincible legions were overwhelmed, their numbers dwindling, their morale crumbling. Rome's military might, once the backbone of its power, was now its Achilles' heel. The empire's shield, once invincible, now lay shattered. Nature too had a hand in Rome's downfall. Imagine the Roman Empire, a beacon of civilization, suddenly at the mercy of the environment. The empire was not immune to the ravages of disease and climate change, which significantly destabilized its society. Plagues, such as the Antonine Plague and the Plague of Cyprian, swept through the empire, taking a heavy toll on the population. These health crises not only decimated the populace but also severely strained the empire's resources. In addition, shifts in climate patterns led to agricultural failures, causing food shortages and widespread famine. These environmental changes, coupled with the rapid spread of diseases, created a perfect storm of crises that the empire struggled to manage. The toll on the population and the economy was devastating. The once thriving empire was reduced to a shadow of its former glory, as it struggled to sustain its vast territories and diverse cultures. Faced with these crises, Rome's strength waned. While Rome's enemies advanced, the empire itself stagnated. This scene is about the silent killer of the mighty Roman Empire, technological stagnation. As the world moved forward, Rome seemed to stand still, its once magnificent infrastructure crumbling. Imagine a world where the wheel of innovation grinds to a halt. That's what happened to Rome. Their impressive aqueducts, roads, and bridges, symbols of their might and ingenuity, began to decay. The lack of technological advancements meant the empire struggled to manage its vast territories efficiently. It was like trying to navigate a sprawling city with a candle when everyone else had a torch. This stagnation wasn't just about bricks and mortar. Rome's intellectual stagnation was just as damaging. The empire was not generating new ideas, not pushing the boundaries of what was possible. It was an empire standing still in a world that was moving forward. And so, without progress, Rome's light began to dim. And so, Rome, the beacon of civilization, fell. The mighty empire, once a spectacle of grandeur and power, crumbled under the weight of its own complexities. The intricate dance of risks and miscalculations had finally taken its toll. The political corruption, social instability, economic challenges, military weaknesses, environmental crises, and technological stagnation all converged into a perfect storm. Each factor, a domino, setting off a chain reaction that would ultimately bring about the fall of the empire. Rome wasn't dismantled in a day, nor by a single adversary. It was a gradual descent, a series of unfortunate events that chipped away at the foundation of an empire that once seemed invincible. In the end, Rome's fall teaches us a valuable lesson. It underscores the significance of foresight and risk management. It illustrates how, in the absence of these, even the mightiest of empires can falter and fade into oblivion. Thus, Rome serves as a reminder, a testament to the importance of foresight and risk management in the face of adversity.